How's it going, Legends of Runeterra community? It's your boy Optima, back with a brand new video, and I know it's been quite some time since I posted anything on this channel, and I do apologize for that. I have felt pretty bad about the situation, but there was a lot of stuff that was a little out of my control. I had a really bad eye infection, and then from there I had to deal with some family stuff. But rather than dwelling on things like that, I'm just excited to be bringing you guys a brand new video and getting back into this swing of content, and I hope you guys are excited for that as well. And today's video is going to be about a brand new competitive kind of group, not a team. We're not going to be competing against other teams or anything like that, but a competitive group focusing on deck building, and that is going to be none other than Meta Forgers. And this is just a really fun idea that I had that I'm hoping other people can get pretty excited about and kind of get behind the idea. And let's just explain. Let's explain exactly what Meta Forger is and exactly what I intend to try to do with it. Pretty much, I had been doing a lot of pondering with my time off from content creation, doing a lot of thinking, trying to focus on what exactly I want to do with my channel, what I want to do with Legends of Runeterra, what I want to do moving forward, and exactly how I want to navigate avoiding burnout and just continuing to have fun, and also prioritizing continuing to make content that I think is good. And I feel like in the midst of things, I maybe kind of got away from that in the past, and it's just an easy thing to do. And I just want to get back to focusing on exactly what I enjoy so that I can have fun and you guys can have fun watching me, and we could just have a whole kumbaya as we continue to forge, like move forward with this channel and with everything Legends of Runeterra related. So Meta Forgers is just what came to my mind, and pretty much what this is, it is going to be a competitive team, because it is still competitive. We are focusing on making competitive decks. It is a deck building team, or a group. I think saying group is much better than saying team, because we're not really competing against other teams. So a competitive deck building group. And pretty much my idea with that is that I do not believe that there's like some wide range of decks that go undiscovered each meta, but I do think there is some champions that should be getting played more. Some kind of, there's hidden synergy that we don't really discover each meta, because I think after the first couple of weeks of a new meta getting introduced, most people go away from testing new strategies. They either go to some meta staples like Frostbite mid-range, or they go to back to Azirarelia, stuff like that. And a lot of people just will go away from testing new ideas and trying new things. And when you got as many of cards as we have in this game, like, you have to think we have 66 champions in Legends of Runeterra, and I know that there are some that are clearly a little underpowered compared to others, but when you really think about it, that's a lot. And I do think that certain strategies and ideas don't really get that much love because of the fact that so many of our top players would rather focus on ladder, grinding ladder, having a good place for seasonals, or focus on getting ready for tournaments, scrimmages, whatever it is. A lot of players don't focus, I feel, on deck building and trying new strategies, because we're competitive people and a lot of people want to just like win. And when you're trying to test new ideas, generally there's going to be a huge trial and error process, especially if you're not a super skilled top player. You're probably going to have some trial and error process, which would mean you'll probably do a lot of C-sign on ladder, which a lot of people aren't as fond of, which is extremely fair. But I think that the people who are willing and open to testing decks and actually risking C-sign and roller coastering on ladder are awesome. I love that. Like, it's what I enjoy in the game, and it's why I don't see myself as someone who's ever going to, I guess, who's ever going to really go super hard with competitive, because I enjoy deck building a lot more than I just enjoy spamming whatever deck I think is really strong in the meta and playing that on ladder, and stuff like that. Like, I just love finding new strategies and new ideas to test. It's really fun with me. Like one particular card, the list, oh my god, I really had a lot of fun with that card. So yeah. And I think that sometimes these people who are willing to try these ideas get a little less shine at times, because they're not at the top of ladder, but they're still doing a very very useful thing for the community, which is figuring out what new champion combinations, what new few cards we can add into this new archetype to make a new competitive deck, a new deck into the meta, whether it's a C, B, or A tier deck. If it's anywhere in that, I think that's a big deal, and it could be really cool to then see that same deck being used by top players later when it comes to seasonals or tournaments before seasonals. So I really love the idea of having a group that hyper focuses on trying to make new competitive decks week in and week out. So the way it'll pretty much work is that pretty much anyone's open. Everyone's open. Everyone is allowed to join. Oh my god, I can't even speak right now. Everyone is allowed to join. There is no going to be any discriminating saying, oh, you're not good enough. No, everyone's allowed to join into Meta Forges because we're just trying to have fun here and embrace the fun aspect of building a new deck with friends, with other people who love Legends of Runeterra. So yeah, everyone's welcome, but there will be individual ranks within the group to kind of determine, oh, okay, this guy has a record of or a past history of making actual meta decks from that aren't like things that we are very aware of, or just like optimizing a list that we already know of, which is still a very huge thing as well, so don't forget about that. But there will be ranks within the group so that we can kind of figure out, okay, this guy's always coming with good ideas, this guy's always coming with good ideas, this guy's always coming with good ideas, and then you'll always have the ability, for everyone else will have the ability to rank up and also earn those titles as we continue to have our weekly discussions. So that's going to be the big thing. We'll have a weekly discussion. I'm thinking on Thursday evenings. That's a very free day for me, so I hope that works for everyone else. But I'm thinking Thursday evenings, we can always have a get together where we all sit down, we bring together like our best maybe one or two decks that, if we have to, generally probably just one, our best idea that did pretty well on ladder, or at least okay on ladder, and then we can all kind of go through them and do like a kind of elimination process of, oh, okay, this one looks all right, but I think this one's better, and just kind of go through that. And we could have like multiple people trying to optimize certain archetypes, and just all working together, having fun together, building new decks, building new ideas, and just really enjoying this aspect of Legends of Runeterra that I think is just so much fun, which is, yeah, trying out new ideas, building them, and seeing what the outcome is. It's just a very fun thing, and I think if I have more people to like focus on doing this with, rather than doing it alone like I always do, like I'll build a billion decks just on my own, I don't really talk through that process or the optimization with anyone, I think it would really go a long way for my enjoyment of the game, which is something I really want to prioritize. I want to ensure that I don't burn out, that Legends of Runeterra can continue to be such a fun game that I just enjoy, and I think this is a great way to kind of navigate that situation. So we will have Metaforges is going to have its own Twitter account, and from that Twitter account we will just be kind of trying to do a lot of competitive discussion on that account about like, hey, can this champion be viable if you throw him with this, and just kind of really just going over the ideas that we have in our Discord. So there'll be a Discord for the group, and there will be a Twitter account specifically for the group, so we can have these discussions in a particular area, so you know exactly where you can get this information. We'll be sharing competitive decks that we like on the Twitter account as well, so that should be really fun, because I really like seeing new and cool ideas getting shared on Twitter, and there's been a little bit of a drop in that from the accounts that usually do it, so it's going to be cool to hopefully start that back up for the community, because people love seeing new ideas do well on ladder. There was a recent Victor action deck that seemed to be doing pretty well in Masters. I can't remember exactly who made it, and it seemed like that tons of people were very intrigued by the idea of that. So that's the stuff that a lot of people enjoy seeing. It's what I enjoy doing, and I think a lot of other people enjoy deck building as well, and figuring out, hey, how can we make this champion work? People say he's not that good or he's not meta. Let's figure out how to make him work or make her work. Yeah, it should be a very fun process to do alongside a bunch of other Legends of Runeterra players, and yeah, we can just really help each other out with figuring out these hidden strategies, this hidden synergy that certain champions have that just don't really get to be that don't really get discovered because we're so busy focusing on other things when it comes to Legends of Runeterra. And once again, that's all fine. I just think it'll be fun to really prioritize this and really try to focus and hone in on this. I think it'll be a really fun thing, and I'm hoping, like I said, I'm hoping others are excited as well. So yeah, weekly calls Thursday evening. I'm thinking around maybe like, I'm gonna say like 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. We can kind of get together, do our weekly call. It's something I'll stream as well as we kind of go through the deck, see the win rates of the deck, see what the optimization looks like and all that. So that will be streamed. The weekly deck that we say, okay, this is the best product we have this week, I will do a video specifically on that deck, and I will also interview the creator who made that deck so we can hear a little bit more of their in-depth like analysis and in-depth kind of ideas on how the deck should be ran, why it works in the meta, what it counters, what it has poor matchups against. I'll be doing that with the creators of each deck, so that should be really awesome content for the channel, and hopefully not too lengthy compared to some of my other interview content, because I really want to just kind of get down the length of my videos. Other than the Runeterra Roundtable podcast, that's the only one I want to keep at a like long length, because that's the purpose of that. It's supposed to be a long drawn out discussion about everything Runeterra at the moment, and I love doing those, so nothing's changing there. But I definitely want to kind of drop down the time frame of some of the other content on the channel, so I'm hoping we can do like some quick talk about the deck, talk about how it works, and just get to what you guys actually want to hear about. So that should hopefully be really fun, and then yeah, hopefully we can really just like, it's called Meta Forgers, hopefully we can really forge the meta forward with some really awesome new ideas, and hopefully yeah, just be shaking up the meta more. I really do believe that we can be discovering on a more consistent basis new strategies and new decks if we had like a group like this just focusing on it. And hey, here it is. So I hope you guys are excited. Definitely feel free to either contact me on Twitter, Discord, whatever. If you want to join the group, just throw me your like Discord name and I can send you guys an invite to the group. There will be a link to the group in the description of the video. It will be very kind of strict with people who like, if you come in with any intentions of not really helping the group and you're kind of just being a head case or anything like that, we will be very strict with just getting people out of there who don't seem to be contributing to the group. So make sure you only join if you really want to contribute and really see the new ideas and the new strategies that we're trying to put together in the group. So yeah, once again, hope you guys are excited for Meta Forgers. We are going to be a competitive group that focuses on deck building and bringing you guys new decks weekly, on a weekly basis. So hopefully we have a big enough group so we can definitely stay true to that goal. And it is going to be co-hosted by my boy Silver Hawk. He is someone who also loves deck building, does it 24/7, and he has some very awesome decks all the time. Some really good like Noxus Overwhelm stuff. He's very notorious for having his MF Aurelia deck that he had been focused on optimizing for the longest. So he's definitely a good person to have alongside myself to be like hosting this and making sure the Twitter account stays active. Because I'm only one person, I can only do so much. So definitely big shout outs to Silverhawk. I will leave a link to his Twitter so that you guys can throw him a follow if you want to, because he will be a part of making sure all this runs smoothly and that we all continue to stay true to our weekly Thursday calls where we can really get everything discussed and laid out and really figure out what we accomplished each week. So yeah, I'm like super excited, you guys, because this is what I love about Legends of Runeterra. Like I want to see Sejuani be in a deck with action. I want to see Katarina somehow be figured out in a deck with like elusives or something. Like this stuff can happen, but it's difficult. It's not easy, and that's a huge part of where that reluctancy comes from most players. And it's very fair to not want to be a person who spends time doing something like this, but this is what I enjoy, so I want to just emphasize that and really focus on that. So I hope you guys are excited. Definitely let me know and let me hear your excitement in the comment section below. Hopefully you're also excited for your boy to be back to making content as well, because it's been way too long and I really missed you guys. So yeah, thank you. And I'm sorry if my voice sounds raspy. I have to get this recorded before I have to get super busy for the rest of the day, and I like just woke up, have the fan on my face, and it kind of messed up my throat. So sorry about that, but thank you guys so much, and thank you for those of you who are going to continue to support the channel as we move into like a new chapter with the channel. I felt really bad about the time I had to take away, because I feel like we're gaining a lot of steam on this channel. So any and all of you who will show support after the huge hiatus, you guys are amazing, and I really appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much. But yeah, meta forgers, let's forge the meta forward. Let's come up with some awesome new decks, and let's just have fun working together on something that's really fun to do. So I can't wait to do this alongside you guys, and I hope you guys are excited to do it alongside me, and I'll be putting my best foot forward for this. We're gonna, like I said, Twitter account, sharing decks, discussing the meta, discussing what new champions can possibly work, like just having some very solid, consistent, competitive discussion. I feel like that's a little bit on the downside as well on like Twitter and other social media. So let's try to get back to a little bit of that stuff and have a little fun while we're doing it. So I can't wait to hear from you guys. Like I said, reach out to me on Twitter, reach out to me on Discord, or even just say I'm in the comment section below and leave your Discord name, and I'll definitely make sure to throw you guys an invite if you want to be a part of the group. But for now, I think that pretty much covers it. So sorry this was on the shorter side of a video, but it's just meant to be an announcement post. I have a lot more stuff coming for you guys. Actually, tonight we're gonna do the first official, well, this video may not go up today, hopefully it does, but we should be very soon doing the first official deck building battle as well, which would be really, really fun. But that's an idea I will discuss with you guys later. So for now, this is your boy Optima signing out. Thank you guys for listening to me, and I can't wait for this new chapter on the channel. Peace out.